Hey guys, welcome back. So we've got another van tour video. This one, to be fair, we got done in about 2.5 weeks, so got it done really quick. And to be fair, that's predominantly down to that bad boy there. The CNC has been great for us. So this is the van that the customer started to build for us, and he done most of the electrics. We had to change some of it just to make it a bit more efficient and safe. Let's have a look. So we got 2 single swivels up on the front, and it's just push the button, they swivel around. We've modded another driver's seat, so we've created the 2 singles up front. Kitchen is on the driver's side. Now normally they're on this side, but this layout is a little bit different. I actually quite liked it. It was nice to do something a bit different. So we've got a sink cabinet beer, shelf beer. We've put the Thetford Ardent sink in with a glass lid and a nice swan neck tap. Set of 3 drawers, so it's just standards. So you've got the cutlery drawer on the top and then 2 nice deep cabinets below. Now this van has got gas, which I'll show you the locker in a bit. So this is the triplex oven where it's got the built-in hob. You've got your gas oven, and then we've done another cupboard underneath so they've got somewhere to store their pots and pans. Oak worktop with a oak upstand, and because the bed's beer, we've created a bit of space to pull the oven away, but just fitted this just again create a bit more safety and stop any splash back in over onto the quilt. We've got 12-volt cigarette lighter, USB and 2 230s. Underwall lighting, which is on a rocker switch beer, and then we've got wall cabinets go all down this side. So you've got 2 nice big ones for the kitchen, and they are super long, so they've got plenty of storage in there. And then above the bed again they've got another 2 cupboards for clothes. Got the fridge in the bulkhead, and then a bench seat for here. Now obviously they've got the swivels up front, so they can choose to either sit up here or sit here. And then under the bench seat, it's just a lift lid. We've got the diesel heater with some storage beer, and also the toilet is stored under there, which has got an access door just beer, and that can be pulled out. And then on this wall we've got the diesel heater control and the ceiling light. Now something we did do a little bit different this time is, as you know, we like it where it's just the center section, but the customer asked us to do 2 different size slats, and I must admit I actually really like them. So I wasn't too sure when they said it, but yeah, when we fitted them they actually look really good, so we're impressed with those. And then in the garage, got the electrics beer, that's what the customer fitted. We got water heater, wheel arch tank, and then their water system, sort of pump and accumulators just down there. That's the gas locker, rubber penny mat flooring, and then our steel corner trims. Now the other thing the customer was going to have is he was going to use this big AGM battery, right? But look at the size of that compared to the little lithium that we talked him into getting. Now that big battery is 195 amp hour, but you can only use half of it, so the capacity is only 97.5 amp hours, whereas the lithium is 105 and you can use all of it. So there's actually more power in that little lithium battery compared to that huge AGM battery. And look at that size difference, it's absolutely bonkers. So this one's all done, and then in the bed we've got garage light on the rear bed bulkhead, which is just shining right into the garage. And then we got 2 bed USB lights here as well, and that is another van done and dusted. Oh, they also sent us some alloys as well, so we fitted those for him and had the local mechanic come and torque those up. They're the comforters. I'll show you this one up here, is a bit clearer. So yeah, he's put the off-road comforters on, so these are winter tyres and got good grip. I'm pretty sure they're all terrain, so yeah, really nice. He's got a roof rack on there with a solar panel which he had fitted. I'm pretty sure he said he was taking this roof rack off and it was all going to get powder coated or sprayed, and then that's going back on. But yeah, nice van. The boys are next door, currently working on the other van we showed you in the last video, which was just sort of been started. A little bit dark in here though, isn't it, mate? I could do with some lights. There you are. That's that needs twisting. Look at my handsome face. So boys are just doing the B pillar trim, Ceiling is done, first fix is done, water pipe's done, the shower's bare, so we've managed to bring it over and keep rolling inside. Because it's having 2 bench seats down the middle, we can't cross pipes over a bed bulkhead because there isn't one. So we've managed to do them in the ceiling. We've got them marked so we know where they are and we don't accidentally puncture them. And floor's done. So what we've decided we're going to do in the future is we're actually going to get the entire sort of walls, ceiling, floor, everything 100% done, because what we've been doing is leaving some of the more awkward jobs till later on in the build, like sliding door cards or the B-pillar trims, and we've realised it's actually a lot easier for us to do them before we do any furniture building, and we got better access for it. So that's what we're doing there. Customers on their way to pick this one up, and then we're moving on to the brand new Ducato, which is this van here. So this is an extra long wheelbase high top, so it's a nice big van. So it's brand new, so no pressure, Stu. Yeah, that's coming in. We're just about to fit the 5 windows and the skylight in it and get all the first fix electrics done, and then we'll get that insulated and get going on that one. So I think Shane's on that one, I'm going to work on the Ducato, and we'll do it all over again. And there's something I need your guys' help on. So recently we found out, obviously we're Vanology conversions, just had actually the logo updated a couple of weeks back and some new t-shirts done, and then annoyingly not long after that happened we had a solicitor's letter from a company who actually own the trademark name Vanology. Now obviously when we set the business up, didn't know that. We searched for Vanology conversions and nothing came up. I think there was one in Australia but nothing in the UK. But maybe that's our naivety, didn't even know you could trademark a name, but I suppose it makes sense, like McDonald's would trademark their name and so on. But yes, unfortunately Vanology is a trademark owned by another company, and they're just Vanology. Obviously we're Vanology conversions and we're different classes, but we're hoping we can coexist. But there's a very strong possibility we've got to change our name because of it, which we're hoping we haven't got to do, because we've spent the last year now building this brand up. But if we've got to do it, we've got to do it. So we've been trying to think of different names for the business, a sort of a backup. We want to get things sort of in place if we have to change the name, and we're going to find this out over the next couple of weeks. So I came up with one which was Vanty, V-A-N-T-Y, because T-Y in Welsh means house. So it'd be van house conversions. Bit of play on words, but I'm not 100% sold on it. So what I want from you guys is, let's have some name ideas. I'd love to pick one that you guys have come up with. It doesn't matter how crazy you think it is, chuck it in the comments. Let's have some names, and if we've got to change the name, then hopefully we'll have something good going forward. But this time we'll do a trademark check, so everything's going to stay the same. We've just got to change the name of our business. Bit unfortunate, but like I said, we'll know over the next couple of weeks whether or not we've actually got to change our name or not. I said I'm really hoping we can just keep it as it is, but it is what it is, I guess. Right, enough of the serious chat, let's go build some vans. So we've had a bit of a day out, mate.
Oh yeah, bit of retail therapy.
So we've been using these guys for a while. We're actually at Data Power Tools, and let me show you why we come here. Yeah, check that out. Tool pawn. So we've actually come up here because there's a few bits we need. One of them is a plunge saw, because we've now got the 2 benches. The boys keep coming to my bench, and it's just we're getting in the way of each other. So he's like, right, we're going to get a second plunge saw because it's the most common tool that we use. So we've actually got the cordless one, which will be nice. We've also picked up a new radio, and then just some odds and sods. So if you look at these, so a measuring tape, okay? So measuring tape, you got centimeters and inches, but we don't work with inches in the UK. So I like to get the studs, which are just centimeters both sides. If I'm under the van and you're sort of measuring backwards, the inches obviously, or it could be anything, the inches are up against. So I don't want inches, I want centimeters. So just little things like that. I've got the boys using them, they say they much prefer them. But yeah, these guys are actually also on YouTube as well, so go check them out. They're Data Power Tools, and I'll show you when we get back what we've bought. And we're back at the unit. We've currently got brand new Ducato in. This is actually an L4H3. Now in here we're doing a raised floor. So there'll be a step here, raised floor. We're doing a bench seat that then goes into a single bed. On the back we're gonna have a toilet, shower room here, and then the kitchen will come up here. Don't know where that Eddie's come from. No idea. We've got the motorhome windows, so there's 5. We got sliding door opposite, 1 above the bed, and then 1 in each of the rear doors. This is the one that I've just started. And then next door, we're working on this relay. So we got the floors in. They've just finished doing the B pillar, is completely finished. Skylight here, which is actually a Max fan. So they're just doing the ply lining. We got a rear window at the back here, and this is the one, if you remember, with the 2 single benches, fridge, shower in this corner, and then there'll be a kitchen but here. So all the first fix cabling is done. We follow these here, so we got a diagram, got our layout and all the bits on there. But you want to see what we just bought, don't you? So we'll show you. On that bench we've got the Festool plunge saw, which is probably one of our most commonly used saws, isn't it? We use
that one a lot.
And I said they keep nicking my bench, and they've got their own beer. So we've just gone and bought the Milwaukee cordless one, and we've got to have extraction because these do kick out a lot of dust. Brilliant tools, but there is a lot of dust. So we've also bought Milwaukee fuel. It's a vacuum, but we plan on using it for dust extraction for that one. And to be fair, this tiny little saw came with this huge box, so we'll find some good use for that. That's a table saw. That's actually something we got a couple of weeks back, and that's been absolutely brilliant. Right, what else did we get? We bought this gun. So this is a silicone gun, and motorhome windows ain't too bad because we use a PU silicone, but if we're doing bonded windows, that adhesive is very thick and you get proper forearm burn, especially if you're putting quite a few on in one day. So we bought this gun. It's cordless, it does it for you basically, but we can choose the speed but here. And watch this. Right, so it takes a bit for it to start. And that's it. Pretty cool, but I said we do a lot of silicone, and we go through so many different types of silicones, from your OB ones to sanitaries inside and on the floor. And the other one we use is this one here. This is for the bonded windows. Bonding adhesive, that's really thick. Now we do put it in hot water to sort of soften it up a little bit, but say even after sort of 30 seconds the burn in the arm is real, and it was quite cheap actually. So it's like, do you know what, good investment. It's like we do a lot of sealing under the vans as well when we got cables coming through. Right, and what else did we buy? Right, this one, okay, it was more of a toy, but we've actually got not a works do, but Friday after work, we're all meeting back at the unit at 7 o'clock. We're just going to have some darts, a couple of drinks, a couple of games of poker, just some downtime, because as a group, we've never done it. So we have bought a radio. Now, I'll show you this. Be warned, it's pretty loud, and I can only play a little bit because of copyright. Loud. Bit too loud, but that's on max volume because we were just testing it. And then we just got some odds and sods, like a couple of new blades and Stanley blades, just odds and sods really. But it just means now I can have my desk and use it properly, and they'll be able to have their desk. Like Shane's here now doing the side to the shower wall, but it said you had to use the Festool and the extraction, whereas now we can use it next door. Oh, this is what else we did buy. We got some more batteries because we must have about 15 batteries here, but we go through them like there's no tomorrow. So we've bought a couple of high output M18, so those two are on charge a minute. And we did buy a few more of the M12s as well. So it's funny, because we were just talking to the guys at Data Power Tools up there about them. So this is my little M12 impact driver. And then I've also got my M18. And I just find the M12 is just a better balanced impact driver. You know, there's not much between them, but this is quite a bit lighter. But I think it's just the weight distribution. I've suffered with cubital tunnel syndrome in my forearm, hence actually the silicone gun, because that can make it quite bad. As can the M18 impact driver. I just find the weight on it is very sort of toppled, whereas the M12 one, it's a lot more balanced. But that's just me. So that's where we're at. We got loads of materials that have all arrived today, so we need to get all this away. Electric bench needs a really good clean, so we're going to get that sorted. Got an old battery beer that's been taken out of my Boxer because it was dead, so we're just seeing if we can get any charge back in that, or if it's for the bin. But that's where we're at. Next 5 weeks is going to be on this Butte. Lovely colour on it. Say, windows are done. It's having a max fan at the front, which is, that's the actual base outside. So the max fan then just sits on top and goes into these 4 locating screws. That's done, so I think we're gonna get that fitted in the morning, or just screwed in on the top. We'll put that in the morning, and then the fan will actually go outside, and we'll do what we always do, a leak test. So whenever all the windows and skylights are done, the first thing we do then is get it outside, get the hose on it, give it a really, really good soak in. Check everything, make sure everything's good, and providing everything's good with those, we will then move on. And I think the first thing we're going to have to do with this one is the floor. So I'm going to put the base floor down. So for this one, because it's a suspended floor, we're going to lay a 12mm directly on top and silicone that down. Then we'll have the void, and we're bringing it up about 220mm, and then that will be an 18mm floor, and we will get cracking with this one. So it'll be a case of get all the first fix electrics in, get it sound deadened, insulated, and then we'll get it panelled up and ready for furniture building. Now this one isn't actually having carpet, I don't believe. If I recall, I'm pretty sure this one is having the 3mm laminated board, so it's nice again just to do something different. That's, you know, not everything's got to be carpet or tongue and groove. There are lots of different materials out there, which I keep saying, but we finally got someone who's chosen to do that, something different. I think it's going to be a lot brighter in the van, a lot cleaner, and you know, like we did that Solway one with all the plastics. I think we're going to kind of get that kind of aesthetics, but it's going to be a bit lighter again, and we don't need all the sort of mouldings in that plastic. You know, we'll have a nice, we'll still ply line it, and then they'll get bonded on top, so we're just going to get that nice smooth finished surface. So yeah, excited to do this one. It's an absolutely beautiful van. Unfortunately, it was ply lined, so it means we still got a few holes in the floor that simply didn't need to be there. As you can see, there's quite a few up here, so we're going to get them riveted and treated and get this floor down. But that's a job for tomorrow, because the ply we need for this is arriving first thing in the morning. But quick update, that was from us guys. I'm going to pick a camera up this week, and we'll get some good details on what we're doing in this van and some videos on it. Catch you again.